Hello everybody and welcome to Cosplay Bros 637. Excuse the Udi, I am cosplaying as a man who is extremely chilly in his office. Today I wanted to bring some limelight to something that happened to me on TikTok, and it's cosplay related. So I did a TikTok video explaining why I changed my name on TikTok, because officially on TikTok now I am Cosplay Bro 637. I've officially joined the cosplay family with Cosplay Dude 637, Cosplay Wife 637, and Cosplay Son 637, and I dare you to take a shot every single time I said 637. So, there's, someone asked me why I changed my name, so I decided to do a video response to that specific comment, just so people could, I could engage with people. Now, of course, the commenter that are in question could just be labelled as a troll. Maybe he's trying to gaslight me, I don't know. But the way that this person hammered down on the specifics, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if this person was being dead right serious, but you never know. So, a commenter who was using the King Jonesy name and picture from Fortnite left a comment that stated, "Do not, and I mean do not, act like you're a cosplayer in this community. Does not accept you. You're just doing it for clout. You don't actually care about cosplay. I hate when people that trash cosplay then do it." Well, here's the funny thing. Never once did I trash cosplay at all. I've been a massive fan of cosplay all my life. It wasn't for my fiance or Cosplay Dude 67, I wouldn't cosplay in the first place. And before we dive in, of course, I do want to just quickly say thank you for the support of the last video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and, of course, the notification bell, and the cosplay shorts are coming real soon. So, the comment section blew up, then, because Cosplay Son, Cosplay Wife, Cosplay Dude, a few of my other friends, and some random members of the cosplay community I don't even know, decided to hammer down and defend me, which I am internally grateful for everyone who had voiced up and worded their own opinion. But this person decided to go down the route and continue on in the comment section, saying, I can tell people if they're allowed to cosplay, because it's not something you can do. There's something called cultural appropriation. So this is where things got a little confusing, because cultural appropriation, I was rather confused on what this person was talking about. Everyone decided to ask, what the hell does he mean? Because it got very confusing. So, apparently, he does cosplay. Apparently, he further continued arguing with the cosplay community, going on to say that people like Cosplay Dude and Cosplay Wife and etc. are the reason why cosplay is growing. You need to stop letting the new generation cosplay. This is a family, not an army, so yeah. And then he continues to say, I do indeed speak for the family community, as you call it in brackets, and yes, we should gatekeep the cosplayers. Not everyone should do cosplay, and that's okay. No, cosplay is available for everybody. The funny thing is, later in the video I'll explain this even more, but I actually did a whole deep dive on where cosplay comes from, the whole, why is it called cosplay, where it all came from, and it turns out it's a whole mixture of things, from Japanese to Italian to American. It's all layered in there, going way back into the 1800s. It even continued on from the 1800s with book authors allowing costumed guests to dress up as their book characters and things like this. So he wasn't having any of it, and he kept on bringing this culture appropriation into it, and saying that, like, I don't even know. He was saying that basically I'm not allowed to be a cosplayer because I haven't, like, been knighted into cosplay, which was really weird, really strange. So I actually responded to him with a video basically saying that, I've never trashed anyone, cosplaying for everybody and things like this, he continued to argue with me and say that the cosplay community, so-called backing you up, is not the community. It's a bunch of cosplay failures that were not accepted by the community, and I want to ruin it by inviting everyone to it. Pardon me whilst I take a sip. This is where things got really nasty. I will admit I did get a bit barky. I did get a bit snippy, and so did the cosplay family, but honestly, this guy just kept going on, and sure, he's mostly gaslighting us, but I wanted to bring this to YouTube and make a video about it, because this is not okay. Cosplay is wide in variety. Even if you go onto the Google Wikipedia page, even if you Google cosplay, it even says cosplaying can be anything from wearing clothes that could symbolize something all the way to wearing full-blown suits and outfits. And it's for everyone. Caucasian, African-American, Indians, Asians, tall, short, midgets, crippled people, people one arm, one eye, no nose, big, large people, really skinny and anorexic people. It's literally for everybody. And I wanted to do this video just kind of shine some limelight and tell you guys to ignore this type of bollocks, because generally that's what this is. And I also wanted to, well, continue showing you guys, because he just started on one. And honestly, it was very confusing. So he goes on to argue with me on someone else's comment response. I had someone under the name Nerdy Viking back me up, which I'm really appreciating him too. He's become a loyal follower of mine, so big shout out to him. And he commented saying that haters gonna hate. I don't get it. This community should be about supporting fellow cosplayers, should be about making new friends, building a non-judgmental community, and he's 100% correct there. You know, cosplayers should be backing each other up, especially if they aren't gonna fit the physique of the cosplayer. I've got a dad bod, 110%, I'll admit that. Cosplay Dude's also got a dad bod, and so does Mark, the Red Corners Ranger, the three Ranger Bros, we're all dad figures, air quote. And there's a podcast duo that we are assigned to called the Zero to Hero podcast. We're part of their community, and Billy of the Zero to Hero podcast has started cosplaying one of his favorite anime characters. I'm not too entirely sure what he's called. I'm not into the anime, but I have seen the cosplay, and he was very reluctant to do it. And honestly, I support him 110%. Is he the same physique of the anime character? Nowhere near, but because this is his first time cosplaying, he got official weapon props from the anime. That's what started the whole cosplay idea. Honestly, I commend him and I support him 110%. Cultural appropriation is absolutely bollocks. This King Jonesy character decided to comment on this video that I responded to, this comment that I responded to, and he went, no, cosplay is culture, you have to be accepted, otherwise it's cultural appropriation. Simple. You don't have to be accepted into it. Cosplay is literally for everybody, and the really funny thing is, I generally have haters on TikTok, name someone who doesn't. Even my haters on TikTok were backing me up and arguing with this moron. It was quite amusing, to be honest. So this guy kept on going and going. So I did a video where I explained the whole form of cosplay, where it came from, how it got its name, Cosplay, which by the way is costume play, and things like this. And he carries on to state, okay, I think you realise your mistake. You're talking about fancy dress up or costume parties, not cosplay. It's okay to be wrong. Change your name to Dress Up Dude with a laughing emoji. But cosplay literally stands for costume play. That's literally what it stands for. So I'm confused on where he got that idea. Of course, I then said, well, check the Wikipedia page. It literally states how cosplay was created. And he said, Wikipedia is wrong. Anyone can write there. Many rejects of the cosplay community go there to write lies so they can join the community without initiation. Okay, maybe that's true. Maybe you can, change Wikipedia. But Wikipedia is the history website. They're not going to get all that wrong. You can literally find out all sorts of stuff about cosplay on Wikipedia and just by Google alone, and they all state cosplaying came from costume parties, masquerade balls, jesters and clowns, that sort of thing, going back way when in the 1800s and going forth. And then the word cosplay coming from a Japanese guy who went to a costumed, basically it was Comic-Con before Comic-Con in LA. And he saw this, took it back to Japan, and made a whole bunch of articles about it. And then he came up with a word, I don't know what it is in Japanese, but the kanji symbols, when aligned, says costume play. And obviously translated is costume play, shortened down to cosplay. And I explained this. And so he carries on to say that many rejects of the cosplay community need to join the community with initiation. I don't understand where he's got this idea from. Again, it all could be gaslighting, but I don't want any of this information coming to new cosplayers and them being shameful, shunned, or, their ideas pushed away from cosplay. I don't want that for anybody. Cosplay is for everyone. So when it comes to this initiation bollocks, there is no initiation. If you Google the term initiation, it literally is a state of an act of, a performance that initiates you into something. Usually like a cult or a, how colleges have beta house and alpha house and, sorority and all that stuff, then you'd have initiations. Things like this. Cosplay isn't that. If you buy a jacket that is meant to represent a jacket from Attack on Titan, you could technically call that cosplay. And the funny thing is, two of my biggest cosplaying buddies, Mark the Red Corner Stranger and Cosplay 237, my Free Ranger Bros Studio companions, they both started their Power Ranger cosplays by wearing a Power Ranger jacket. It was a normal jacket you'd wear out if it was chilly in the middle of autumn somewhere or something, but it resembled the torso of the Power Ranger. That's how they started their cosplays. And then, of course, once they managed to get enough money and stuff, they upgraded. But a lot of people start their cosplays by doing that. So I'm confused on where that comes into it. Another thing that I have to throw in there is, what about people with OCs? I have an OC who's an assassin, Okami. You can check out him in the shorts. But there's a guy who goes on TikTok who goes by the name Gokai Shadow. And he also actually tuned into this and, defended me. He's got a Ranger cosplay, which is literally a Power Ranger helmet, which obviously he acquired. I don't know if it's like Lightning Collection or if it's handmade. I'm not entirely sure. He's got this chest piece. It's just a simple piece of something, but it's meant to represent a piece of armor, and then gloves, and that's his Ranger from a different universe. What about things like that? I'm confused. That's technically cosplay. It's costume play. How are you initiating into that? It's no different to things like Halloween or costume parties. That he is right. It's no different to that, because that's what cosplaying is. I'd say, personally, cosplay is when you dress up outside of a jurisdiction like Halloween and a costume party or something. If you're just wanting to dress up as a character, then that to me is cosplay, personally, but I digress. So this King Jonesy person went on to continue arguing with me, and the really funny thing is, he told me to Google it. That's what he told me to do. He told me to Google cultural appropriation and initiation for cosplaying. So that's exactly what I did. I typed into Google, do you need to be initiated to cosplay? And it actually states, no, you don't need to be initiated to cosplay whatsoever. So, like, it literally states that. And it's also highlighted, which I find really funny. So, he goes on to say later down, this all took one night, by the way. He goes down and he says that, because I called him a moron. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I called him a moron. So he said, oh my god, you insult me because you realize you're wrong. Here's something I can flex. I am part of the cosplay community, unlike you and your family. Do not try me, I was initiated unlike you leeches. So everybody asked him, okay, proof. Proof. And so I responded to this and basically called him more of a moron, because there's no way you're initiated into cosplay. Maybe there's a cosplay groups out there that do use initiation to join them. That's fair enough. But cosplaying in general, that isn't a thing. He replies in this video. By the way, every time that I replied to him for the first couple times, I did it as a video, but then I just got bored, so I just ended up typing shit. So he went on to say that, you know, he mentioned me and the family and how we aren't part of the cosplay community. And one thing that Cosplay Do kept bringing up, and Cosplay Sun that kept bringing up, is that I took a screenshot of the first comment, sent it off to my group chat, which is a bunch of dads, and I went, boys, look what I've come across. And they all swarmed in, and Mark tagged a bunch of cosplayers, you know, Cosplay Dude, his wife, and his son all joined in. Even my fiance left a comment. That's saying a lot. He had no one backing his corner. Not one person was literally sat there going, yeah, he's right, which is quite funny. So I then made a video in a joking way, basically saying, okay, well, you've got a King Jonesy picture and name from Fortnite. Well, if I'm not allowed to be in your cosplay community and I have to be initiated, then you have to be initiated in the gaming community and you're not allowed to be a gamer. So he went on to say, okay, so I'm not allowed to gatekeep cosplay, but you're allowed to gatekeep gaming. Get out of here. Initiation is needed in cosplay, or it is cultural appropriation. Google's free. I feel this is going to be going in circles. Again, all of you know, the cosplay community kept jumping in, fighting this dude. He carries on to say, I'll prepare a cosplay now. Why don't you stop arguing and just get initiated like me instead of taking the easy road? Which makes no sense. So this ended with me, Nerdy Viking, and Cosplay 267 basically saying to the guy that, you know, how brave are you without a keyboard? You know, you don't have any content. You can easily make a video, takes 3 minutes. If you're a cosplayer, prove it, and please show us how you get initiated into a cosplay community. I have not heard from the guy since. Now again, I will say this all could just be gaslighting. These videos did get me a good couple thousand views, which is good for me. And TikTok will just see it as me replying to comments with videos and stuff, so it's engagement, so I'm not complaining, and of course, it could just be gaslighting, but I don't want people seeing this sort of stuff happening on cosplayers' content. There's lots of cosplayers on Instagram and TikTok and things. I don't want this type of stuff happening, and new cosplayers coming up and thinking to themselves that they can't cosplay because it's culture appropriation and they have to be initiated. Can I just say that is all complete and utter bollocks? And I'm bringing this forward just to show you guys that anyone can cosplay, and please ignore people like this. I'm okay with responding to hate comments, is technically what I do, and I don't mind like having a laugh with the haters because I can take it, but not everyone can. Not everyone can handle hate comments as well, and that's fine. I mean, hell, like I just said, I can take it, but there are definitely days where, you know, I just ignore them because I can't be bothered, or, like, you know, I just don't have the mindset for it. I don't want people being pushed away from cosplay because of this whole drama, so please don't ever feel like that, especially if the haters are attacking you. That just means they're jealous of you because you're willing to stand up and cosplay a character, especially if it's a character that isn't anything related to anything you look like. For an example, you know, maybe you're dressing up as an African-American character, or other way around, maybe you're an African-American dressing up as a Caucasian character. Maybe you're a bit bigger than the average normal skinny fucker, and you're cosplaying as a skinny fucker. You know, whatever the case may be, don't ever let that ruin your experience and your fun for costume play. It's in the name. You know, I'm a dad bod guy, and I cosplay as Ben 10 and Spider-Man, so there's that. Thank you guys for tuning into this video. Thank you for listening to me ramble on. I had to do this video. I wanted just to show you guys all this weird random crap. Do not let the haters hate bug you. You know, just let it slide. That sometimes isn't exactly easy, but there are ways, you know, that you can talk to people about it. And if you ever want to talk to cosplayers, me, Cosplay Dude, Mark the Cornish Ranger, A-Crown, Cosplay Son 637, Cosplay Wife 637, we're all available. You can check out our Discord server. It's called the Tiger Entertainment Network, and you can come and chat to us cosplayers. Or you can leave comments down here in this YouTube video, and I'll happily respond to you guys, especially if it's about cosplaying and you guys want to get into it, or you're afraid, or maybe you just want someone to talk to. I'm also on Facebook, under the Tiger Nexus podcast name. You can message me there, but also the Tiger Entertainment Network does have a Twitter and an Instagram that you can check out. Also, you can reach out and comment on Cosplay Dude 637's TikToks videos, or Mark the Cornish Ranger's videos, and just bring up the fact you want to cosplay, or maybe you're feeling a bit overwhelmed with the whole cosplaying idea. We'll be willing to talk to you if you guys want to talk to us in private and things. We're willing to help out new cosplayers. It's what we do. This is how the community should be. And there's no such thing as culture appropriation or initiation bollocks. We want to help you guys. We want to bring you into this. We want cosplayers. We want more of us, and we love seeing when people make up their own things, or, you know, craft their own things and stuff. So yeah, get rid of all the bollocks. You know, it's useless. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Another Cosplay Bro 637 video. There are going to be some more shorts coming soon of me in cosplay, so make sure you check them out. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell so you don't miss another Cosplay Bro 637 short or video. I love you all, bro of passion, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye.